Hello, Wesley and I are busy at work. We are going to make a small clearing here to build a little guest house. Wesley's going to take the saw there. Yeah, a beautiful saw. He says it cuts real fast. It's his, it's not mine. Okay, and he's going to cut little stuff here. And we're just going to watch him and talk to him and comment about it. And when he's done with the little stuff here, I'm going to come out with the chainsaw and I'm going to take the big stuff down in a big hurry. The idea is to build a 8 by 12 little building here. And, well, it'll be a shed, but we're going to build it so that it's with quality so it can be used as a guest house, guest room. Somebody come and visit, because we sure wouldn't want them staying in the building over there. You can see some of my wood set up. I don't know if you can see the building in the background from all that or not. Can you? Yeah, you kind of can, through the bushes. The idea is to build this away from the road so it doesn't look like we're suddenly wealthy, which would invite thieves to come in when we're not around. And we've had enough problems with stuff like that. Yeah, look at this undergrowth. This is mostly alder and some chokecherry. In fact, we'll get right close here. You can see some of these black cherries, excuse me. It's not chokecherry. And of course there's a big spruce tree in behind all this. But what we're going to be cutting down is almost entirely alder wood. Some of the little stuff will be the cherry. He hacks his way through here, clears the stuff away. We'll get rid of some of the extra stuff afterward. Just want enough room to get this 8 by 12 tucked into this corner here, looking real nice. You can see the sun shining over there, yeah, through the trees. This is all my dirt here, by the way, our piece of property. Wesley's going to sneak by with some wood here to throw away. Dig in a little further. I'm actually doing something that Wesley kind of really wants done. He heard some aminal noises in here that kind of worried him earlier. And he'd rather not be around. These up close leaves are cherry leaves. Haha. But they're just little weedy stuff here that's just getting started. I don't feel any guilt about cutting any of that out. Oh, I see one bigger one back there. I don't know that we'll need to cut that. He's just, with that saw, working to cut the little stuff. And I'll go nutsos in the chainsaw. But first we got to get a 10-minute video here. I have modified my demands of myself.
There's a slug on here.
We were originally trying to do a 10-minute video every day on my Pico Triano account and on Wesley's account. But that meant days that I was doing a woodworking one that went on my MFCP woodworking. I found it was hard to do both. Today we're actually doing both. But I will feel free not to do a Pico Triano one when I'm tired from doing one on the woodworking, because they're a lot of work and my time is kind of limited. That's my excuse anyway.
It's probably useful still.
So I did miss one day. Yeah, that piece would be useful. We're saving all the big stuff for wood turning. We'll kind of process it so it'd be piled on our wood rack. I'm just going to go over. We're right close to a wood rack here. Basically what we do is we set up tires so the wood is elevated off the ground. What we intend to do is have one or two long ones go the full length of this, because it's about 16 feet, and then put crossers up, and we'll cross and stack it up so it airs. But we really haven't got that much material here right now, so we just got it lined up like this. There's two more racks beyond this with less wood on it. This is my gray birch here, and there's a piece of alder on top. We step over here. I'm just going to take a look at the rest of it. I've got some aspen on there, which I'm going to try to turn, see what happens with it. I've got a little bit of black willow here. And there's some more cherry there. This is cherry that did not come from the tree that I cut from the neighbor's driveway. Works for me. The stuff I've been using to this point pretty much all come from that source. Especially the gavel set that I showed off today on MFCP Woodworking. That's getting great response. I'm kind of happy with that. I got 8 views and 5 likes, and it hadn't been, I don't think it's been up for an hour yet. So we're getting there. Strike a pose. You'll get a lot of that little stuff that'll tangle up the chainsaw. We'll cut out. I don't know how much of these roots have to be taken out. Once we've got this cleared, we're going to dig down. We're going to cut a square into the ground and dig down 4 feet so that we go below the normal frost line on the 4 corners, and we're probably going to do 2 spots in the middle. Then we've been collecting stones for a while. There's actually a ridge of stones right here, and it comes right through here. And you see a mossy stone down here. With my foot, well, I can't see my foot in the camera. Right here, this here. This was a farmer's field at one time, and they made a nice ridge up through here of stone that I guess were in the way. So when they take rocks off the field, they put it there. So we have a ready source of stone that we're going to put in the holes. We're going to put some gravel with it. We're going to level it all out, and that's what's going to support the building. We'll probably put a patio stone on each block, and that should keep everything just a little bit off the ground. And we'll put more stones and gravel along the edge to keep animals from digging underneath it. And that'll be our foundation. It'll keep straight. We'll explain what we're doing with that in more detail when we actually do it, because this will actually be a video series, what we do here. Like it's going to teach somebody a lot. Rubble foundations were an old way of making foundations for buildings very inexpensively. It's not up to code, but this building is actually a shed, 8 by 12. You don't need a building permit for it. And basically a building that can be moved, so we don't have to ask anybody to do that. I just want it kind of in the bush here, so it's not inviting unwanted attention to our property. So we look forward to getting that done. It's a project we're going to be working on. Be kind of cool. We'll show the whole thing when it's done, inside and out, but in the meantime, we got a little brush clearing to do. Any roots that get into our way, we'll get them out too, dig them out. So, we're getting there. Also give us access to some of the deadwoods. We actually had a trail going through here at one point, but these alders kind of bent over the trail, so it's not really passable the way it was. But it kind of goes up towards the corner where yeah, I'm going to do a walk video sometime again up into the back of the property, as we used to access it from this direction, but there's another path we have now that we can access all the way to the back corners. So this is our lower bush. When you go up higher on the property, you end up in maple and soft maple, or red maple, whatever you want to call it, and birch growing up there, and then there's a good stand of spruce in the back as well. All kind of cool. And we're not far from our 10 minutes back here, which means I'm going to have to, when I shut this down, I'm going to go get my steel toe work boots on. I'm going to go get the chainsaw, make sure we got enough gas and oil in it. And then I'm just going to let her rip. Because that would be the way to clear this up quickly. We don't want to waste a lot of time about it. I honestly would like to see if we're actually going to follow through and build this. Okay, I'd like to see the basic structure standing here within a month. So that's where we're heading on it. Anyway, that's what we're up to. I'm going to head back to the building now. And as always, don't forget, time flies whether you're having fun or not.